Welcome to Custodians of Africa, where heritage meets leadership. Here we dive into Africa's rich tradition, ancestral wisdom, and the voices that shaped our nation from village elders to modern leaders. Join us as we uncover untold stories, explore cultural heritage, and connect lessons from our past to inspire today and guide tomorrow. This is more than a channel. This is a movement to preserve identity, restore dignity, and celebrate Africa's greatness. Subscribe and walk with us as we tell Africa's story through culture and leadership. With me in studio today, Honorable Chrispin Onyango. On my left is the one and only Jaluo SOJ Stephen Odhiambo Juma. Thank you very much for watching, and before we proceed, kindly viewers, subscribe to our channel, like our video, and share. We really rely on your comments. They are very important for us. Chrispin, welcome to the studio. This is Custodians of Africa.
Thank you very much, Mr. Wycliffe Muganda. I'm very pleased to be in this studio today.
Stephen Odhiambo Juma, welcome to the studio. Now, as Stephen and Chrispin, today we want to see what is going to happen in the Republic of Uganda, because we are only left with 8 days to go. Ugandans are going for the general election. As Stephen Odhiambo Juma, what would you say about this?
A week is that precisely 6 days to go, not actually 8. But I want to say this to Ugandans. You are approaching elections, just what you did in Kenya. And remember, a lot of hula-baloos have happened in your country. If you don't come out to vote, it may end up in a state of a quagmire. Now what is required in Uganda? There is what we refer to as carte of blanche. That means there should be a democratic space. We need a space that gives people a time to speak, freedom of speech, freedom of expression, freedom of casting votes. And to a certain extent, I think this is going to be curtailed. But remember, the world is watching. The world is watching. The votes must be cast, must be counted. And most likely, a popular candidate will certainly win. We will not wish to see a situation of a rigged situation, a rigged vote, like happens in other countries. Thank you.
Wow, that is Stephen Odhiambo Juma. Chrispin Onyango, what is your take on this?
Yes, Wycliffe, I know the election is almost coming. The Uganda opposition have been campaigning well, and the most unfortunately is the President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. The Uganda all along have been under dictatorship. The guy believed to be from the bush, and power cannot be gotten from votes. And I'm seeing the opposition guy, Bobi Wine. This guy have been intimidated, and this guy have a great followers. And I'm seeing this time round, there will be a change. The Ugandan people, I know very well, they are ready and very eager for change. They'll come out in large numbers and vote in for Bobi Wine to be the next president of the Republic of Uganda. Yoweri Museveni must go home. That's my take.
Enso ensuubize katwambale newe munkima ekiro n'abaana bange bakimanyi mbabuulidde Sawa yeyo. Owe chimala. Tulize mukule muzeka kyakamba kyejo.
Abakola we bati kanwa kikalemedemu.
Kano.
Come on, guys, you can't do this because Mr. Steven, when we were in this studio, you were prophesying or predicting that this time around is none other than Bobi Wine. And that is what exactly Honorable Chrispin Onyango is also saying. Did you people collude so that you speak the same language?
It is with my occurrence with Chrispin on the scene. I really prophesied and still remain on the same slot. Remember, in my opinion, I realized Museveni is now becoming a little bit spectacle. That means...
A little bit what?
Spectacle. He's becoming high-tempered.
Yes.
To the extent that he wants to matter certain unruly issues on Bobi Wine because he realizes that he's failing now. It's just about a matter of time, about 6 or 5 days that we're going for elections. And most likely Bobi Wine is coming out the outstanding candidate, the winning elections in Uganda. But unfortunately, anything can happen, we never know. But remember, one is watching.
For African states, there is never a smooth running of a general election, and the sitting incumbent presidents, most of them, majority of them, are of the age of retirement, but they are still insisting that they are the people that should be still leading those particular countries, like in this case scenario of Museveni. You are saying that Museveni is going. How is he going to go? And what of if he will refuse to go?
Thank you very much, Mr. Muganda. To my opinion, according to Bible, everything must have an end at the end of the day. Museveni have in power. And as we are looking the world, how things are going, things are changing. That guy, I think his time is numbered. And if you see what happened to the president, the Venezuela president, Museveni should prepare himself. He should pack and go, because I know at the end of the day, he might not be ready to go. But I'm saying Donald Trump is doing a very good job for this, for such kind of leaders in Africa that are sticking in power. They don't want to leave power, and they want to rule with iron hands. This is the right time for somebody like Museveni to pack and go home, or else he might face such kind of wrath.
Kijja tewali buzibu. Ntambula misana ne muruka nge teri mutinti. Sina buzibu na kyonna kye balowooza kye baba bakola. Kyonna kye balowooza kye baba bakola. Tusirise tukonye. Nze nyina obulumi ng'omuntu ku mpisa y'omuntu gy'ayisibwamu. Tosobola kuba muntu nkuba gy'otosobola kuba mu kisolo. Waliwo ebyetaaga okola kutya? Okutereeza muntu ayisibwe nga muntu. Azizzo musanga akwatibwe ng'era muzzi wa misango mu mbeera ya buvunaanyizibwa. Nalukola mukwano gwange nze ng'omuntu. Simumanyidde mu bya bufuzi. Munna Wambogo nange mbeera Wambogo. Nsaala naye. N'ebirala n'obuntu ng'obuntu. Nze nyina obulumi ng'omuntu ku mpisa y'omuntu gy'ayisibwamu. Tosobola kuba muntu nkuba gy'otosobola kuba mu kisolo. Inna Allaha kataba al-ihsana ala kulli shay'in. Owekitiibwa nnyini nsi yatutika obuvunaanyizibwa obuyisa obulungi buli kitonde buli kintu. Ne tulamirwa n'obwoba ogenda kusala kisolo nakyo kiyise bulungi. Enkoko nga tunaagisala tokkirizibwa kusooka gimaanya. Maanya wano ogenda okusala nedda. Ogirumya. Kati bw'eba enkoko naye tetukkirizibwa giyisa bwe tutuyadde tugenda gisala. Kati ate omuntu. Bassekamarijani bali mu makomera. namanya akalla nsaasire nasangako mutabani we myezi nga 6 egiyise waggulu awo nanga nti alhamdulillah Allah yatusaasira banoonyereza byonna nga Seka talina musango ne bagenda okulizuula nga talina musango nga kye bamukoze kati gwotonnakakasa nti alina omusango okuba waaki.
Interesting. See, is talking about the president of Venezuela, Maduro, which the United States do claim that was an illegitimate president, the way he rigged in himself into that particular seat. Do you agree with him? And
To answer your question, I start by saying this. By ratings that we discussed last time, that is described in simple terms, English term as hyperbolic, highly exaggerated, that means. And that is why Museveni is now high-tempered, because he realizes that he is not going the next president. And as Onyango puts it, I want to also concur another time, or second time for that matter, that Museveni is going out. Warnings have already been put in place in the sense that you see Venezuelan president, the sitting president of state, including and of course not limited to his wife, are taken into his custody. Who tells you Museveni will not be an analytic of the same? And remember, we are talking with the globe. And regionally, Tanzania is also spread the same wrath. Thank you.
yeah, you see, when you talk about Tanzania, they are just sanctions, but of course they have recognized Samia Suluhu's legitimacy as being the president, because there are a number of things that are considered which they have not taken into action. Otherwise, Samia could maybe have followed suit. Anyway, that is your take. Now that time is here, and the question that you've answered is that, okay, fine, Bobby Wine is going, but you are not telling me how, because even Museveni have got his supporters. What makes you think that he is going to carry the day? And supposing he win clear and square, what would you tell Bobby Wine, Honorable Chrispin?
My friend, Mr. Wycliffe, there's a very clear picture. Museveni will never win a very clear election. The reason is, if he's a very genuine leader who organizes his cabinet and do a national appointment in a very directive way, he could have appointed his son to be a major general in the army. That's a show that he is ready to stake in power. And that's why you are saying things are changing day in, day out. And at the rate Bobby Wine is doing his things, that guy have got many followers. And he's ready to change that nation. Museveni, according to me, that guy is done and he have got no option. At the bottom of his heart, he's really preparing to go home. And this time round, what I can only urge Ugandans, let them come out in large numbers, vote soberly, and elect their new leader, Bobby Wine, for them to have a good change in that nation. Or else, Museveni will continue. If they leave that guy to be in power, the Ugandans will never have a good life, a good change in life, and Uganda will be back all the time. But I'm happy, and I'm repeating this. The way Trump is doing his things now, his work is to shape Africa.
Correct.
And Museveni must pack and go home.
You guys, you're not being fair to Museveni, because anyway, fellow viewers, this is Custodians of Africa kindly subscribe to our channel, like our video, share and leave us with your comments. And we really appreciate the kind of work that you are doing. We are aiming to hit 1,000 subscribers by end of this month of January. So please share with your colleagues, tell them that something is happening at the Custodians of Africa. This is a platform where we tell stories the way they are. Mr. Stephen Odhiambo Juma SOJ, Honorable. Yes, we have heard you saying, and you're very confident that this time around is Bobby Wine going to carry the day. Now, my question to you is, in the African continent, Ibrahim Traore's name is trending and is flying from each and every corner of the continent of Africa. Do you think that supposing God's way or God's will, whatever God's plans be done, supposing Bobby Wine carries the day, do you think we will see what is happening in Burkina Faso's state?
Very well indeed. It's my great conviction and belief that Bobby Wine is carrying the cross, taking this thing to the mantle to the next stage. And Museveni should be prepared to leave. And would request him to leave as a statesman. Descriptively, I would also want to say this. And this is directed to Bobby Wine. Elections in Uganda will not be announced very well immediately. Brings up the question, what's going to happen? Delaying tactics is going to happen in Uganda. But eventually, it will have to be mentioned. That is what certain times we refer to as procrastinate. Procrastinate. That procrastination process, delaying process, postponement of the election process, so that to doing the members of the public, that's the consequence that he is the carrying the day, while somebody else should be mentioned with the view of rigging these elections. But remember, like Onyango said it, we are happy that our major country, the superpower, the Americans, headed by Trump, has already realized that certain things are not going well in Uganda, in fact, within the regional globe. And therefore, Museveni be prepared with the same eventuality.
I'm very hopeful that Bobby Wine is a character with good characteristics in him. This guy have been in parliament, he have been in opposition, he have fought for right of the Ugandans. And this guy, I think, his main aim to change the life of the Ugandans. He's the right man to shape the life of Uganda. That's my word, and I'm repeating that. So I'm just urging the Ugandans, they should not have fear in Bobby Wine. They should have trust in him and vote him early in the morning and expect good result for them, for Bobby Wine to be their president coming 2026.
Oh, Vicky?
Yes.
Oh, let me have something. You cut me because I avoided your question with an intention. But allow me now to answer it.
Yes.
Of course, explicitly well. Remember, as the moment that we started these issues, we got an information, that is piece of den, that Bobby Wine and Traore have been in consultative issues and idioms on how to run these countries. No wonder at one given time, he even sent an emissary with a cautionary measure to Museveni to emulate the other heads of states that are coming in with the democratic space without political expediency so that countries can be run well. And they believe he is going to take the mantle of Traore to handle Uganda. At one given time, He was handed, a handed man, the one could not even speak on his behalf. And remember, I told you, he has never been given chance to explain himself, even in his manifesto. So, certain time he drafts manifestos for certain quarters, certain hours. He will do wonderful things.
Thank you very much. Fellow viewers, that was Honorable Chrispin Onyango and Honorable Stephen Odhiambo Juma. These are political analysts. These guys are gurus in this field. They will tell it as it is. Now they are all coming into an agreement that Uganda, the Republic of Uganda, by 15th of January, walk out, go cast your vote, because they are certain and 100% sure that Bobby Wine is going to carry the day. And at this, we conclude, Mr. Steve and Mr. Chrispin, already the internet. There are rumors that these people are shutting down the internet. What would you say about this?
Yes, Wycliffe. These guys should remember that we are not in the old stone age. We are in a world that people are learned. They might control internet, but they should remember their disease. They have their own gadgets where they are. So, however much they will control everything, all the tellings will be seen in other internets, apart from the Musevenis. So we are ready to get the result as it will be from the polling stations.
Wow, thank you very much. What is your take on this?
Simple question and a simple and straightforward answer. Museveni shut all the unnecessary internet that you would wish to. Remember, like Onyango said, we are in the third world, and we are approaching first world now, where the internet is with our fingertips. Everything is exposed. You will not hide under the blankets. We will get it as it is, and we will announce the results even before you realize, and that it is. So don't act as if you are still in the old days. You are old enough to even leave this power gently and with a statesmanhood.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for coming to the studio. We are grateful. Fellow viewers, subscribe to our channel, like, and follow us, because this is the Custodian of Africa, where we tell it as it is. Thank you. Until we meet again. Bye.
Thank you.